So this is a video just showing you how expensive Uber rides are around the United States. Seattle actually has the most expensive Uber rides. The most expensive average Uber ride in the country is in Seattle, where a 30-minute ride, listen to this, a 30-minute ride costs on average $60. On average, $60 for a 30-minute ride. And guess how much you're getting of that? I mean, you're lucky if you're getting 25 to 30% of that, right? So, I mean, they are literally just shafting us. I mean, I could use 10 other words, right? I could use 10 other very floral words, but I won't. I'm going to try and tone it down in this video a little bit. The price of Uber rides increased by approximately 7% nationwide last year. 7%, they jacked up the prices. In addition to the rising prices, customers have cited the company's surge pricing method, a pricing practice that increases fares during periods of high demand and limited driver availability, as a reason to seek alternative transportation options. So riders are sick and tired of this. And you're wondering why these trips are becoming less and less. Well, we can't really blame the riders, right? They are being bent over, right? They are reaching down for the soap in the shower and getting shafted from behind from Koshashawi and Risha, sadly. So this is why these trips are, they don't tell you that. They always paint this glorious picture, you know, highest amount of drivers, trip records. Yeah, trip record stealing as far as margin goes, but fact is trips are becoming less. Why? Riders don't want to pay, and drivers are either going private or changing jobs because it's not worth it. It's not worth it when you have 75% of your money stolen from you. So 7%, right, nationwide. In addition to the rising prices, as I'd mentioned, the company's surge pricing method, a pricing practice that increases fares during periods of high demand and limited driver availability, as a reason to seek alternative transportation options. It's making people miserable not know what things cost. Director of Policy and Research at Groundwork Collaborative told Net Credit, "We live in an age where budgeting is really essential to get by amid a really long-term affordability crisis in this country." Net Credit compiled the study by recording the average local price estimate of Uber in the 100 most populated cities in the United States before calculating the affordability of Uber in each city and state by grabbing the local average price of a 30-minute ride, which is half the cost of a 30-minute ride in Seattle, right? The 30-minute ride in each city is a state percentage of the local average hourly wage. Fort Worth, Texas, and Indianapolis have the cheapest Uber rides, averaging $28.33 per 30-minute ride, which is half the cost of a 30-minute Seattle ride. So it costs half the amount for that 30-minute ride in Fort Worth and in, what's the other place? Indianapolis. The other cities that round out the list of the top 10 cheapest Uber trips, listen to this, are Tucson, Mesa, Omaha, Miami, Oklahoma City, Raleigh, Houston, and Memphis. Now, there's really not much money to be made for drivers in those cities. I hear a lot of complaints from Houston. I hear a lot of complaints from Arizona, from Miami, Florida, and this confirms it. A reason for affordability in Indianapolis is competition. InDrive, a rideshare app where the customer proposes a price and it's up to the driver to accept it or counterbid, has been used throughout the city, giving people searching for a ride more options to find a better deal, which I think is great. I think you got to put it out to the marketplace. The 10 most expensive cities, listen to this, the 10 most expensive cities for an Uber ride are Cheyenne, Reno, New York, San Diego, Baton Rouge, Newark, Anchorage, San Jose, and Portland. I never thought that. Interesting. Cheyenne, the second most expensive city for Uber, is still $9 on average cheaper per 30-minute ride than Seattle. An Uber ride in Washington as a state overall costs 185.6% compared to the hourly median wage. Isn't that insane? Only Louisiana, Montana, Wyoming, Arkansas, Alabama, Alaska, and West Virginia. Super interesting facts there. So I'll leave the link below. Thank you for listening. I hope you had a great weekend, and I'll have a lot of new videos coming out this week. Please leave your comments below, and maybe just share with us what percentage, if you know what the rider is paying and what you are receiving, work out a quick percentage for us so we can sort of compare notes below. Have a wonderful day.